What's going on, everybody? My name is Eddie Young, and today I'm going to be going over how I do my meal preps. I've been meal prepping for a little bit of time, and so far it's been going all right. I've got a lot of friends that have been asking me exactly how I do them, what's the process, what kind of things I like to eat, and I mean, I've had a little bit of success with weight loss. May not seem like it right now, but I've been doing really good, and I mean, this is all about basically what I do on a weekly basis. So if you want to check it out, hang with me, and we're going to go ahead and cover up some topics. First thing that I'm doing is going to be some ground meat that I've got. Definitely good to go. I've got a couple salmon planks right here, package of bacon as always, and a couple of more things, broccoli and some cauliflower that I'm probably going to be chopping up and going as sides for my meal preps. So I have been following a ketogenic diet, basically low carb, high fat, high protein, and trying to get everything mixed up as possible. So that's basically what I base a lot of my meal preps on. And depending on how this video goes, I may be putting up more videos in the future, or really you can stick to my Snapchat. I do a weekly Snapchat every week, and I'll go ahead and post that information in the description below. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and transfer all the meat over to the mixing pot where I'm going to go ahead and season this up. As somebody who meal preps a lot, I really tend to just use some basic seasonings. First of all is with pink Himalayan salt. This I pick it up from Ross. I know Ross isn't really like one of those spice places that you can really pick up a lot of spices from, but they tend to, for some reason, always have a really large stock of pink Himalayan salt. Really easy to grab, and they're usually at a much discounted rate from what you would buy at the store. If you don't have Ross nearby, I'm pretty sure that a lot of other people do sell it, so that's definitely one of my top seasonings for a lot of things. Also, I've got some garlic and onion. This was actually also picked up at Ross, so pretty neat, 2-for-1 right there, just for some awesome spices. Black pepper, and of course a few other things. But I'm going to go ahead and start off with seasoning everything together, and then we're going to move forward to shaping everything and starting up the prep. I don't know if y'all can see that okay, but that's the garlic and onion. Definitely a pretty awesome deal. That's a big game changer for a lot of my meal preps. While I'm getting this mixed, I'm also going to open up a package of bacon, toss it into the oven, get that nice and crisp, and start getting some of that bacon fat from there. If you guys have been doing keto, y'all know that bacon fat is pretty much one of the top commodities in the kitchen, especially with, you know, anything with crumbled bacon or whatever for that fact. Can come in with many uses, and it works out absolutely well. So I'll start spreading that out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and swap up the plans a bit. We're going to just stick with the burger patties. And the way I'm going to go ahead and do that is take some of the ground beef, which I've already seasoned, just turn that into patties. Should go okay, should be a really quick deal. Just want to form them, press them out a little bit, and if they are fat and high content, just know that they might shrink a bit, so always want to make them a little bit bigger and a little bit flatter. Make sure that it gets really evenly cooked. Something about right there, not bad. I eyeball a lot of my stuff, and I know that although there are some things that matter when it comes to counting macros, and probably it is good to measure, I tend to just eyeball a lot of things, and with that I just found it a little bit more convenient. I do have scales and everything, and I guess we could measure it out once it's cooked out and just get good portions. Best way to make these is just start off with a ball here in the middle of the palms, kind of press down, and then start working around as you're just using your straight palms as you're going in. Then hit that right there, and just press down using that same palm. Should go together really, really well. Spreads out, Sweet. Go ahead and just hit it with a little bit of more seasoning just on the top. Like I told you, I absolutely love this garlic and onion seasoning. It's definitely some of the best stuff out there, and it works out amazingly well when it comes to seasoning things. We're gonna go ahead and pop these in. I've got a couple more that are gonna be coming out in a bit. That bacon from earlier is already smelling really amazing. Very happy to be making it today. And this guy, I'm using for quite a bit. I do line all of my pans with oil just because sometimes, or with oil, just because sometimes it's like a pick up and go type of thing. And it really makes cleaning very effortless at the very end of everything. So good here. Might just have enough for like one more patty. Oh, that's going to be an awesome one. See if I can take that. Maybe make this one more awesome. Sweet. Go ahead and pop these in as well. I almost forgot to hit it up from the top. Sweet. Now, moving on to making salmon. I picked up this salmon. It is this one from Walmart. Great value. I mean, no big deal. Found 4 fillets for like $4. Cooked one yesterday. It was absolutely amazing. Today we're going to go ahead and just prep the remaining 3. And I also picked up some of the seafood mix. I absolutely love seafood. The fact that you can have it on the keto diet just makes it just that much more amazing. It's pretty neat, and I mean, I'm gonna see how exactly it comes out. Probably put some lemon, heat it up in a little skillet, and hope for the absolute best. I think I've cooked this before, it didn't come out as good, so I'm gonna try it this time, and I think it's gonna work absolutely well. So we are good. All right, another thing I'm gonna be doing is prepping up the broccoli. This, I'm just gonna cook a small amount of this and go ahead and bake it. I don't need all of this, so I'm just gonna make a small batch. The rest of it, I'm hoping to save, probably mix it together and do one of those grilled cheese things that y'all been seeing lately coming out. Probably have a different video on that, depending on how good it goes. Might just record for the fun of it, and then get some extra practice on that. So here, basically, I just want some nice large chunks. There you go, something like that shouldn't be too bad. So you need a place to store this. Just grab this and then just kind of crumble it up in there. Now again, I went ahead and washed these up ahead of time, so these are definitely cleaned. Just drop that in there. Something like that. Go a long way. And we're gonna just go ahead and oil these up, season them, everything. Now I do use a variety of oils. That's another thing I definitely wanted to talk on, but olive oil is my absolute favorite. Go ahead and just drop that on there. We'll probably finish these up with butter as well. It's going to be regular salt. It's going to be pepper. Give these a good little shake. What you've got there is really nice, really good seasoned cauliflower. Alright, and last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and make everything on a skillet. Still contemplating on whether I want to do the seafood mix on a skillet as well. I think it'll come out alright. I already took it out of the bag. This is what it looks like. I've got crab, some mussels, some the squid, calamari, I'm sorry, and some shrimp in there, looking pretty awesome. Even got some octopus pieces in there. So this is pretty awesome. Hopefully I could just go ahead and put it in the pan, cook it up really well, give it a nice little warm up, season it up really well with some flavor, and I think we'll be good here in a little bit. So while that's going on, I'm going to check on my bacon, kind of put this, unpackage the salmon, and get ready to move forward on the next step of this week's meal prep. You got it. Alright, so we're moving it over to this way. I'm going to go ahead and start up the stove. Good. Got a couple things all going together. I'm going to go ahead and hit this with some olive oil and get this going. Now I am sitting the cauliflower over here on this side just because there's currently not enough space to go ahead and drop it in the oven. The oven, of course, is located right down there, and I've got everything coming out really soon. Alright, sweet. And so when it comes to fish and all that, I usually like to prepare it with some lemon pepper seasoning. Pretty sweet. That's going to give it an awesome lemony flavor, nice citrus flavor, and going to cover the pepper side as well. And it usually tends to have sodium on it too. So if you don't like lemon pepper, you can definitely use anything else. Some of the other seasonings I use are going to be like Mrs. Dash or some of the Grill Mate stuff from McCormick. Alright, so that oil's nice and hot. I'm going to go ahead and start layering away. Do a quick seasoning here. Just go ahead and cover that really well. Looks good. And then just lay away. This one right here, it's the largest piece, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice little twist on flavor. I'll go ahead and come out with the Mrs. Dash salt free. So, get some of that oil. Looking good so far. Always gotta use the Kerrygold. Let everything just cook really well together. Just covering it in some of that butter, waiting for that to melt really well. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and just cut up some of the broccoli, or actually I just pull it apart and just start tossing it in. Going to be able to steam right with the flavors of that fish, and I am going to be having the fish with the broccoli, so this is just going to give it some amazing all-around flavor. And I'll give it another round with the olive oil. here with some of the lemon pepper. Like it nice and heavily seasoned. I'm just gonna let that cook down for a little bit. Let that steam come in, and it's gonna make everything just really, really nice, really delicious. Best thing is when it comes to broccoli and stuff, I don't tend to cook it too much, just because the remaining of it, especially if it's in a meal prep, it's gonna be done in the microwave. So I like to get a real nice crisp bite whenever I eat the broccoli, and that's definitely what I aim at every single time. Bacon looks almost done. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Come back and check on it. Just let that cook up. And by now that bacon should be just about ready. I'm going to put in our cauliflower. And this is pretty much good to go. Nice, fresh, wonderful, absolutely amazing, looking great. Now more of this magnificent olive oil, and just start dropping in. One of the things I'm going to try here is you can just have this bacon come out. I'm going to try. When I'm done with this, you see there's not too much left, so we'll just go ahead and toss this in the trash. Not such a big deal as far as cleaning up. One big thing about the seafood mix is that it is packed with a lot of water ingredients, so it's probably going to water down a lot of this oil. But we really just want to mix it in there, make sure it absorbs a lot of this flavor. There we go. We cook that on really, really low heat. So let that simmer for a bit. These are looking absolutely amazing. I'm convinced this thing's broken. I'm so convinced right now. I literally have it on like a super low setting, and I mean, it's still going. Alright, so really quick, here's what everything is looking like. As you can see, I've got the burgers already cooked. Here's some of the cauliflower, the salmon with the broccoli, some bacon, and the seafood mix. I'm gonna go ahead and see, maybe I'll slap a little bit of the seafood mix on with the salmon and make it all together. Here's what I usually pack all my meal preps in. Very nice, economic little bowl, reusable, and they don't really have to be, but I mean, they're pretty awesome. They don't have the compartments or anything or dividers, but I mean, for what it is, we've got it. It comes with a nice little cool plastic lid. And I will usually pick these up at Costco. This is the brand. It's Woeber. Comes with around 30 bowls, 30 lids. And I mean, I picked these up for like 10 bucks, maybe less, probably in the 8 to 9 range. So I mean, it's really, really awesome. You can basically do it for whatever. So this is what it's gonna go. We're gonna go ahead and assemble these and check right in right with y'all once I'm putting it all together. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this started. Gonna do the beef patties themselves. I'm gonna go ahead and start dropping these in, figure out a little bit exactly how much I want to eat. Sounds pretty funny. This week I've already worked my Monday, so I've got 4 days left before I have another day off. Basically, I just need 4 lunches and I need 4 dinners. If people were asking like why I didn't do anything breakfast type, is because I do intermittent fasting. So usually my window is going to be from like 2 p.m.-ish to around 10-ish. 9:30 is my last break that I work, so during that time I'll just get in like a quick fix of cheese, or I'll just get in some almonds, just a quick snack to go ahead and wrap it up for the night, and then hit the gym in the morning, continue the cycle, and then by 2 p.m. I'm eating again. It's all good, definitely good. So we're gonna go ahead and put these together. What I'm thinking is I'll probably do 4 of the beef. We're probably gonna go more beefy as far as the meal preps, have a little bit of vegetables, have something just to get me real good at the beginning of the day. Then as I get on to dinner, I'll have more veggies, and that'll help me out with as a filler really. And because I've had veggies for so long, I mean, I don't really eat as many as I should, but the main point is, you know, I definitely just want to be able to burn a lot of fat, not spike the glycemic index, and of course not be hitting it up with so much insulin levels. So as long as I stay within the macros, I think we're definitely good. Yours might be different, of course, but just do some research and see what works out best for you, and definitely give this a try. Definitely a couple weeks, start to get in some habits, get some ideas going. For me personally, I do the burgers because this is what I would normally eat if I had like a cheat meal, or if I, like when I was not dieting, what I enjoyed having the most, it's probably gonna be burgers. Definitely love Whoppers, Whataburgers, McDonald's, if you will. I mean, it really depends on what the occasion is, but I'm all about burgers. So if I can have that on a meal, put some cheese on it, put some bacon, and top it off with some of this mustard, oh dude, it comes out really awesome, and I'm not missing burgers at all. Same thing with fish. Fish, although it is pretty healthy, but I mean, when you go to like an Oriental buffet or something, you're always gonna hit up some of that seafood. And that is definitely what makes me kind of want to get a lot of this stuff into my meal preps. This I picked it up at Walmart just the other day. It is the jalapeno mustard. Really awesome thing about this, I'm not sure if you're able to see that, but I mean 0 all the way. Let me go ahead and turn on my lights. And I'm talking about 0 fats, 0 carbs, 0 sugars, everything, and the thing is amazing. Costs like $2 and literally just adds so much flavor onto it. It's called Woeber's, the Sandwich Pal Jalapeno Mustard. Top that on top of anything, even broccoli if you want. I mean, it adds some phenomenal flavor to things, and it's definitely gonna just help you skip right through. If you're not a fan of mustard, there are certain hot sauces that don't have any added sugars or anything. Those are definitely gonna work really good for your diet and help you improve as you move forward with the dieting process. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just do 2 patties for the meals. That works out awesome. And I'll have 1 extra one. I'll probably eat that today. That'll probably be a really good deal. And then I'll need 3 additional ones for the fish. The bacon, I'll probably have its own container just for the bacon. I'll find out what to do with this later. Set that off to the side. Fish. You know, we got a pretty small piece of fish here. Probably fit that in this one meal. Or, I know what I'll do. Boom. Go ahead and measure out some broccoli here, just to fill it up really well. Like I mentioned, the way I was splitting up the broccoli, I mean, it works out awesome. It's pretty neat. Just have a little bit of that trunk on there, and it tastes great. I mean, no big deal. If you want to, if you're like, try it out, don't like it too much, try the lemon pepper seasoning. Comes out really awesome. I mean, that is what it is. Sweet. Alright, and now I'm just going to come in on the side, add in some of our mix. Make sure I get in some of that imitation crab in there. Make sure I'm getting flavor in that prep. Getting sure I'm getting colors in that prep too. Nice lively colors. Dude, those look amazing, just as it is. I mean, stuff right here, can't ask for a better prep. I mean, are you really on a diet though? Are you winning? Is this the diet? Shh. This is a normal meal. It's an $8 meal at a restaurant. So you guys know, just put in a little bit of time. It doesn't take too much time to make. Using seasonings and everything, I mean, it really just breaks it apart really easily for you. So I've got lunch, so about 4 lunches. I'm gonna go ahead and just carry over that cauliflower on the side. 3 dinners, and I will probably find something else to have in between. And then my final meal, I'll be going over that a little bit as far as what I do for snacking. So we've got it. All right, so here's what everything's looking like. Here's some of my meals. We're gonna go ahead and do a quick recap. Here is the broccoli with the salmon and the seafood mix. Here is the burgers. Now I cut up a little bit of cheese. These are gonna be either cheddar or some pepper jack just to give it a little bit of flavor. Put up some of that bacon on top, cauliflower on the side, looking pretty good. Here's some leftover bacon that I'm gonna have for the week. I'm gonna snack on this in a little bit. And basically here's how my day goes. So I'll go to the gym, I'll do the 2 to, go to the gym around 1 p.m., get home around 2, go ahead and have my first meal. Probably gonna look like that. Got 2 beef patties, some cauliflower, not bad, going in. Then second portion is going to be my dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and have this, which is gonna be the broccoli, the salmon, seafood mix. Final deal is gonna be cheese, snacks, anything like that. So what do you have for snacks on keto? I mean, here's some of the awesome things. Picked this up recently, $6 for 10 1-ounce bags. Can't go wrong with that. And what was really interesting to me is because I saw barbecue, I'm thinking, hey, you know what, we're talking about a lot of added sugars or something. And as soon as I took a look at everything, I'm looking at 0 carbs all the way. Protein, still there. Fats, still there. I mean, these are definitely a go-to deal. Pico de gallo, I'm gonna go ahead and top off some of that broccoli, maybe some of the salmon with the pico de gallo. Might even put it on the burgers. Not bad, $2.50 gets you a little container. We're good. Mixed nuts, big thing on nuts, there are certain nuts you can have, certain nuts you can't. That will benefit you, those that won't. I mean, I go ahead and grab a handful. I'll mix it up every now and again if I want a different type of crunch. Of course, here's the jalapeno mustard, and maybe I'll just cut up some cheese or something for my final meal, which is gonna be like my snack type of deal. Let me add in some more things, but another thing is, of course, beef jerky. You're always gonna wanna look for what has the least amount of sugars, what has lowest carbs. A lot of these things have added stuff in there. This one works okay for me, but I know there's better stuff out there, and I really recommend that. So just do some research, should work out really well. Another thing I really want to add in is like, what do I have as far as drinks? If I'm running short on time or if I just really want something pretty awesome, here's a protein shake. This deal right here is Equate. It's from the Walmart brand. I did a lot of research and surprisingly this one came out to be really awesome. Let me see if I can focus in on this stuff because these numbers are going to be super important. Let's see. Alright, looks like they're coming into clear view. So what it is 4 grams of carbs, plus 1 dietary fiber, 160 calories, 30 grams of protein. This is really going to be one of the top things you can go for. And after I've tasted the chocolate version, the caramel version, I think that vanilla really is the winner here. Unless you absolutely like tasting the protein chocolate, then that's all good. Some of the other things that I have is the Powerade Zero. You guys already know, no calories, sugar-free, Plus you are getting the sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium. These are all the 4 electrolytes lost in sweat. If you're constantly going to the gym or even have a lighter workout, this is still a really good refreshment. And personally, I like the purple one. Some people may not, but they have the blue and the red version as well of these. Make sure it says a Powerade Zero. These will be really awesome to consume, and I think you'll really like the taste on some of these. And then as an added favorite is Protein 2O. I always get the name wrong. So this one is pretty neat. I've been drinking it for about 3 weeks now. I'll probably have it as like a final. If I'm not too snacking too hardcore, I'll probably just sip one of these. And it's nice. It's 15 grams of protein, no sugar, 60 calories, and 1 carb. It's pretty neat. I get it for like $7 for 4 of these. Not bad. It's not intended to be a replacement of anything, but instead it's something to chill, something to drink. I mean, it's not bad. So this, plus all my waters that I usually just contain in these. I have a bigger container that's 64 ounces, and this one is 40. So I'll just fill up 2 of these, drink these throughout the day. Black coffee, black coffee, green tea. Those will usually be what I need, and this is basically what my entire week looks like. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, and you already know what it is. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them below, and we're getting it. Holler.